Well, hey guys here. I'm here now with my one-take uncut video walking around the San Diego Comic-Con convention. You know, since it's going to be uncut, I'm not going to cut anything out of this video. So you never know what's going to happen. Something weird could happen. I'm just pretty much going to walk around the floor, show around, show different things here. You know, hopefully I put this into the right case and not the waterproof case, and then the audio is weird, but I'm pretty much certain that I have it in the right one. So now we're going to head on inside. You got to show the badges here. Excuse me. As you see though, it can take a while though to get in if there's, you know, discrepancies and things like that. So this video is just going to be, you know, we're starting at one end, we're going to walk around the other end, may head upstairs, who knows what I'm going to do in this. Like I said, this is all the one take uncut video, so anything can happen here. I don't even know how well you're going to see me, if it's like centered on me, because you know this is the GoPro, I can't see everything. So I'm going to, you know, cut to just sort of show people walking around and show what you see, and it's kind of just like an experience of what it's like to walk around Comic-Con, you know, with no cuts. So now we're over here, going down this way, and they have, you know, all kinds of different numbers and stuff here. So like you have like a certain type of a map you look at, and you can like match up the numbers and things like that to get to the certain specific area that you want to get to. Like I said, I don't know how long this video will end up being, we'll see. I'm just going to kind of show as much as I can going around and what kind of stuff we can see here. Mainly though, it's kind of like a cool like people watching kind of video, just to see like a whole bunch of different people here and you know what you end up coming across. Right now you're seeing the you know, Nickelodeon booth right here, and earlier the Ninja Turtles were here taking pictures. I don't think they're here anymore. You see lots of like people holding up things, lots of cool costumes here. Someone is Darth Vader there, very, very tall Darth Vader. This way though may be a bad decision. It's very, very busy, but we'll go down it for the video wise to see what it's like walking through this. But as you can see, it's very, very busy right here. And you see a lot of this here, like these kind of line things like this, which are kind of like the back of the lines and stuff, you know, you wait in. You see what we end up coming across here. There's a line right back here though, which is like the back of the line for like the Ninja Turtles. I guess there's like a Ninja Turtles signing right there. Down here is the, you know, Troma, you know, the great Troma, and Lloyd Kaufman's over there. You know, as you can see, you walk around seeing Lloyd. And there's some signings and stuff down here too. I think there was a signing over here for the show Bitten, which I've never seen that before. I think their second season of that, I think it's just coming out soon. Right down there is someone from Bitten signing. I just kind of have to make my way through here. As you see though, it can sometimes, certain areas, it can take you a little bit of time to get through it. Over here is the, you know, the booth of Ash versus the Evil Dead. Down there is the Fox booth. See, there's some toys here. This is the Legendary area, Legendary Films. And you know, you go in at certain kind of areas, you can see like certain types of toys and stuff that are coming soon in these kind of cases and all kinds of stuff. And certain things have like red carpet. I never know exactly what that means. Usually the red carpet is where they put the comic books. For some reason, the comic books have been kind of like put in just that. Over here though, they have like a Scream picture thing where you can put yourself into the Scream thing. But you see lots of different people in costumes and stuff here. But we'll see how long it takes to get from one end to the other. And like I said, along the way, we'll see anything interesting and talk about anything interesting that we see. Excuse me. I see down there a Silver Surfer. Someone dressed as a Silver Surfer. Right over there. Yeah, see, that guy just bumped right into the camera. You gotta be careful. People really bump into things pretty easily in this place. Over here is, you know, the Bandai booth, the Power Rangers thing. And they all have stuff here that's like, you know, tag this, and you know, you can tag it up on Instagram and stuff like that. Over there's, you know, the Hasbro booth over there. There's a Marge Simpson costume right here. And there's some, you know, X-Men over there. There's a whole lot of different costumes here. If you go around the back wall back there, that's usually the best way to walk. But it's not as interesting, you know, to see things wise. I kind of like to kind of walk through the middle and stuff, because it kind of gives you a bit more stuff to see going that way.
Yeah, and he thinks that it's like,
We're kind of following with Marge Simpson right here. I don't know. Let's go down this way, see if there's anything interesting down this way. I think it's going to take a little while to get to one end or the other, though. Let's see what else we see. Let's go down this way. Hopefully I don't end up going down the wrong way I'm not supposed to go. Then I have to turn back. Sorry? And over here there's something being sold. I don't know what this booth is. Toy Mania. There's a like Superman, Batman vehicle, like Hot Wheels vehicle over here. This is the, you know, the Hot Wheels booth over here. The Minecraft booth. Like I said, there's no, you know, thing on the GoPro, so you don't have any idea what the shot looks like. So you're just kind of hoping for the best, and you have no idea too what's going on behind you. So it's kind of, when you look back at this video, you could be seeing anything going on, you know, in the background. You know, who knows what could be happening. Down there, you know, is where everyone's eating, one of the food areas. More costume people there. You see lots of different people here, though, in costumes. So let's see now what we come across. Like I said, there's no edits in this, so I'm just going to put this up as it is and just give you guys a look. I did one of these last year, kind of walking along the wall. So it's more like seeing how long it took me. This time I kind of just wanted to walk through certain areas and kind of just see it more, so you guys kind of have an idea what it'd be like just to kind of walk through this place and just like kind of a view of it. There's like the Lego booth. Have a whole bunch of different ones there. Iron Man versus the Hulk Legos over there. The Dark Horse booth. It's actually, you know, you get to certain areas, it ends up not being as busy. You know, like back down that way where it's like the Warner Brothers booth, the Fox booth, that's always like the super busiest area because they have the signings, they give out free things. As you start to get away from that area, it ends up being a whole lot less busy though. It's still busy, but nothing like it is down that way. So down here, I always have to not try and walk into the music so it doesn't get picked up from YouTube about, you know, the music that's playing. So I kind of have to run away from any types of music that I, you know, come across. Down there is, you know, the Diamond Selects booth, you know, a bunch of different toys and things there. And there's like the previews. I always remember, you know, Preview magazine as a kid, and when I went to comic book stores as a kid, those thick magazines and stuff like that, you know, with like books of toys and stuff that were coming out. Always remember getting that and loving those things. There's a thing there for Free Comic Book Day, I guess advertising that. Over here is, you know, DC, Vertigo. You never know who you're going to run into across down here. You go on the back wall though, near Hall H, sometimes you always see them kind of taking celebrities around back that way. I've seen everybody back there throughout the years, like Kevin Spacey, you know, Jonah Hill, all kinds of different people you always see there. And here is sort of where there's some of the comic books, but you know, even though it's Comic-Con, you see less and less comic books here every year, especially like, you know, selling old comics. This, you know, years and years ago was all comic books and stuff like that because it was Comic-Con. Now it's kind of more pop culture. Like when you tell people, oh, you're going to Comic-Con, some people think, oh, you're all into comics, you think that that's really what it is. When that's a percentage of it, but the majority of it is now more just pop culture and that kind of different stuff as well. Now we're starting to get sort of to where it's people selling stuff, like you see some old toys and all those kind of different things here. Hopefully the sound is good. I'm trying to make sure I'm talking loud enough so it's picking it up. It is kind of like a Survivor challenge though, to hold your hand out like this the whole time and keep it sort of steady, and hopefully I'm not shaking it around or doing anything bad with it. See, we still have all that way to go to the end, so this video will probably be like, I bet 20 minutes or so until it's the end. Like I said too, I don't even want to even imagine how big the file size is going to be on this. But it'll be cool though to see this in HD and as a whole long walkthrough experience. I think this is in 1080p, so this is probably going to be like, ooh, I can't imagine how big it'll be. Probably a couple of hours to upload it. But it'll be cool to see it and look back on it. It's sort of kind of getting busy here though. Yeah, it's really like picking up in this spot for some reason. Like usually it's kind of more dead around here, but I don't know, it's picking up.
They took an abandoned like store and they turned it into a store.
See if we can get through a little quicker. Down there is some like old video games and stuff like that. Trying to get you guys, you know, a decent look at things here. Now we're getting to, starting to get close to where that stuff is, the selling stuff. There's a lot of cool old toys here this year. So I was here preview night, I saw a whole lot of different ones here. Like I said too, a lot of those end of line signs you see here, where people are waiting, you know, it's like the lines here are so long. And I'm not a huge fan of waiting in gigantic lines. For certain things I will, but I usually like to try and get it at the, you know, when it's the least people.
How to get a job in video games.
Yeah, see now here we're getting to some of the toys. They have some newer toys here. Like I said, that Funko Pop one is impossible. Here comes, you know, Beetlejuice himself. I guess we'll say it 2 more times. Beetlejuice, and here he is. Beetlejuice has come at Comic-Con to scare up the joint. I don't know, if you have anything you want Beetlejuice to do, I guess you can have him, you know, do your evil biddings here, I suppose, at Comic-Con. I guess it would be, you know, to make the lines go quicker or scare everyone out of the lines or something. But here's more Funko Pops. You see them everywhere here, though. Like I said, though, now we're finally at the toy area here. A whole bunch of different reaction toys back there. Have like the Gremlin ones, the newer ones back there. And down this way near the end, where you just about got to the end, is where you come across like the video game section. They have some video games here, like new upcoming ones that you can try and things like that here. Not a whole ton, but they do have some of that stuff. Like I said though, we pretty much almost got to the end now, so I guess we'll head outside now and just walk around a little bit and see what's outside. And they always have these giant t-shirt booths here. They have a whole ton of different shirts here. Down there is, you know, the new posters and things like that. Like I said though, down there is where it's all the new video games and things like that. You can try for Xbox and Capcom and things like that. And here's the poster booth. Trying to just get away from the music, as you guys know. I don't want it to pick up the music in the video, and then I'll be like, oh, then the video will be ruined. But I think I've successfully avoided any of the copyrighted music playing at Comic-Con. So now we're leaving out here, and I guess we'll go up on the escalator and head upstairs and get this video to be about 20 minutes long at the most. The one good thing about losing the weight is you can get upstairs and get around a little bit quicker. But this is, you know, the area heading up to where the autograph room is and where most of the panels are. The other panel though is Hall H, which is down there in the end. That's another very busy one. the busiest of all those to get into. But they had like the Hunger Games in there, the second one, and a whole bunch of different stuff. You always have to have the badge out.
That's just ready, please?
Yes. Yeah, so we're just about to the escalator. We get upstairs, and then once we get out there, we'll probably close out the video. But it gives you a good idea, guys, of what it's kind of like walking around here, kind of what you see. Of course, I didn't go down every single aisle back and forth. The video would probably be like an hour and a half, 2 hours if I did that, especially because of how long it takes, because of the crowds and everything. It would take forever to do it that way. But we're heading upstairs now. See if there's anyone up there still signing or anything interesting up there. Definitely be a cool video to kind of look back at though. For people watching, if you guys see this video and you see yourself in this, just tag it, and the bottom, like the time code of where you are and stuff. Then I'll know, oh, there you are, you can spot yourself in it. Like I said, I have no idea what's going on behind me in this video. And hopefully you're hearing this good. I don't know how it's going to pick up the audio in here. You should hear it relatively decently though. Like I said though, I'm worried about how big this file will be. But it will be a cool video to see it. Could always compress it down a little bit, but kind of want to just put it up in the full quality just so you can kind of see it. And hopefully it's not shaky. I haven't done too many videos like this before with the GoPro, so I don't know exactly how it's going to come across. But I wanted to use the GoPro because it gives you a really wide-angle fisheye lens look. Down there is like the back of where the panels are. And in here though is where we're going to head into where the autograph area is.
Like 25 or something?
We're making our way into the autograph pavilion now. There's like a Joker there. Mario and Luigi. We're almost in there now. Video ended up probably being, like I said, like 20 minutes, so it's kind of like what I wanted to have it be around. But you do have to really weave your way through things to get to things. Luckily enough though, nothing weird has happened in this video. Like I said though, I don't know what's going on behind me, so looking back at it, people might be doing weird faces, weird things could be happening.